Hello friends, today I wanted to introduce you to a first-person shooter game I've been playing for a little bit. It's pretty intense. That's a teammate right there. That's a teammate's bullets in my body. And this is Insurgency. So I figured since I've been playing this game so much and enjoying it thoroughly that I would share with you a little bit about this game. It's available on Steam. It costs $15, which I think is well worth it. The thrill factor in this game is pretty high in my opinion. It's not like Battlefield and it's not like Call of Duty. The run and gun attitude is not very successful in this game. It doesn't mean that you can't have solid runs where you just run through like Rambo and manage to kill a whole bunch of people. It's just to say that overall that is a failing strategy. It's not a good tactic to use in this type of game. There is no mini-map. There is no red Dorito that appears above an enemy's head or their name shows up in red. You see a bad guy and you shoot them or you die. One bullet is usually all it takes to kill somebody, especially in the head. Usually, I mean, two to three bullets. I haven't really had it take more than that to actually kill somebody, which means when you get shot at, it's that much more terrifying. It's not like Battlefield where you could take 1,000 bullets before you actually die. There's no med kits or anything like that. There's no health indicator. There's very minimal HUD. And so you have to use your ADS to aim more accurately. Weapon attachments make a huge difference in this game. Silencers are so unbelievably effective because it is just that much harder to tell where those shots are coming from. And that, again, is part of the thrill factor, is when you're getting shot at, it is just genuinely hard to know exactly where that's coming from. Maybe you have better hearing than me, but for me, it's difficult. I can often get a general direction, but in terms of specifically, am I getting shot at from that window or that hillside or behind that dumpster over there? I'm not sure. If they're using the suppressor, it's that much more difficult, and because it only takes a couple of bullets to actually kill you, it really gets your heart pumping when you're engaged and somebody's shooting at you. Obviously, the thrill is going to wear down a little bit the more you play the game, and that will wear out. And that's one of the things I appreciated about games like DayZ, is engagements were kind of so few and far in between that the thrill factor was still pretty heavy. But this game gives you consistent, entertaining gunplay. Bullets actually do what they should. You shoot people and they die. There's definitely an increased thrill factor. Tactics and strategy are so much more important in this game than they are in things like Battlefield and Call of Duty. Running and gunning is just not as successful. There's definitely a certain suppression factor. Grenades are pretty darn effective. There's no glowing orange globe that tells you an enemy grenade has landed near you. If you hear a little ting of a grenade landing, then you need to get the heck out of Dodge because you're about to go exploding into a bunch of little pieces, and that's not good times. It's definitely a slower pace if you want to be more successful. Mad dashing straight into a room with 2 or 3 bad guys in it is going to result in your death and people calling you a noob. That's pretty much what's going to happen. However, putting a well-placed grenade inside of a room with 3 or 4 bad guys and then pointing your gun at a doorway as they come running and screaming, because nobody survives a grenade blast in a room, everybody dies. And that's an increased sense of realism that I really appreciate about this game. So once again, Insurgency, there's multiple game modes, and it seems to be a reasonably popular game, so it's no problem to find populated servers and get in there and get some really fun action going. If you have friends to play with, it's definitely going to make this a much more enjoyable experience. Like at the beginning of the video, people that you aren't communicating with, the team is generally not going to do as well. And you will die quite a bit from teammates, unfortunately, who are not paying attention. If you're not careful in where you're moving and how you're moving, you're going to run into a teammate who's not paying attention, and he's going to just react to seeing somebody. And a lot of that's because there is no mini-map, and it's harder to know who exactly is coming around that corner. Certain modes vary, like you can see, I can see some little triangles on the map, and that's helpful. But a lot of times somebody comes around the corner and you just shoot. So if you're playing with friends, you're communicating, you can say, hey, I'm going to this objective, or I'm going in this building, 2nd floor, things like that, or I'm going in the room, don't shoot me in the face. And these are very helpful things. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have for you. You can see a lot of the gameplay here. Wicked fun game. Check it out. It's on Steam. It's only $15. It's a very nice change of pace from the Battlefield, from the Call of Duty type games. I think you guys will enjoy it. And I'm probably going to be uploading some live gameplay of this as well because I enjoy the action. And let me tell you, some of the things that people say while you're playing this game is pretty comical and sometimes pretty inappropriate. Anyway, check it out. I think you guys will enjoy it. As always, God bless. Now get out there and shoot somebody in the face.